The following show is not intended for children under the age of 17. There will be foul language and adult content. Viewer discretion is advised.
When I'm in my zone, I feel like I'm alone. I feel like I'm unknown to the world that's full of clones. My originality's focused on principalities broken. I'm loaning my heart and soul to the game that's scared to pay it back. And failure is a motherfucker. The strength to go on and believing in another sucker who don't see the vision in you. So you gotta work harder times two. Gotta make it do what it do. With the limited sources you have, your dream is still a finding motivation in you and inspire the world to do what you can. If you love it, then fuck it, get through it. Yeah. Mumble mentality activated. I waited for so long, and burdens I've outweighed. When you see me in my zone.
All right. Happy New Year, everybody. It is officially 2025. Last time I checked, it felt like 2024 didn't even happen. That's how fast this motherfucking year went by.
Excellent.
But we here. Today is day one of the new year. It is January 1st, 2025. Of course, I am still, name has not changed yet, your host. I am Mr. GQ, and today, happy birthday to my wife.
What's going on? It's Mr. Gent, and I don't want to see our resolutions. Just go out there and do them, man.
Facts. I feel like me and Gent probably feel the same. I can't stand New Year's resolutions. Like, and don't get me wrong, there was a point in time in my life, just like everybody else. You're like, all right, let me drink my champagne, and oh, my New Year's resolution is this, that. Yeah, we had that. And then we get older, and you start realizing a New Year's resolution is an excuse.
Yeah, I'll start on the new year. Then next. No, now we start on a Wednesday. No, I'll start Monday. Yeah, nah, bro.
Yeah, it's like nah. And then, like, as I got older, what was worse was New Year, New Me. That is like the worst thing. It could have started June 16th. Guess what? June 16th of 2025 is your 365. Your new
You can
year.
change it anytime. You can change that anytime.
Whenever you like. But we have this weird notion where it's like, I feel like I must start at the first day of the year and go all the way until the 31st of the last month of the year. And it's like, can we be realistic?
And that's the reason why I don't make it.
Because y'all think, oh, if I go from January, then it's February all the way to December, and it's like, why don't you just pick a month and stick to it?
Right.
Go August to August.
Even like with these gym body, people, influencers, I'll see their posts. They'll start in September. They'll start in August. They'll start in February. And they do their transformations, and they do what they do. But the people that aren't posting their stuff started probably January 1st. So
yeah, well, I'm anti-gym post. I do not post like while I'm working out at the gym. I post like either I'm at the gym or I post like when I'm leaving the gym. Or every now and again, you might catch a little snap of like when I'm taking a break between like some sets or some shit. But I'm not a big influencer like that. Like I don't work out for the enjoyment of other people or the likes and the comments and the whatever, the clout, if you will, of other people. I don't need anybody to gaslight me while I'm doing my own thing. I don't work out for other people. I work out for me.
That's what you do it for.
Yeah, like I don't have an issue with gym influence. I love you guys. I'm glad you guys are found a source of income for yourself. Kudos to you. My online personal trainers and nutritionists. I love what y'all do. Great. It's just not everybody. I just so happen to go to a gym that has a whole bunch of those people, a whole bunch of tripods, like Tripod City sometimes, and it's 3 gyms inside my gym. But it's all right. I still went to the gym today. We got our first workout in of the new year, and tomorrow we're gonna get the second workout of the new year. We don't waste time.
Was it packed out or not? Not really.
Well, so I went. What time did I go? I went somewhere in that 3 o'clock window. And it was okay. It was probably I'm gonna say about 45%. Like, well, it was enough traffic to where like you kind of had to be prepared to use a alternate machine if the machine you trying to get to or the dumbbells you wanted weren't there. You had to kind of be prepared for that. I'll see what it looks like tomorrow. My normal time. I'm a part of the AM crowd. Like I know the same. It'd be the same. Like 25 of us
exactly.
At that time. So I'm not expecting to get that new brand beginning of the year rush like I got the
like 9 a.m.s, 10 a.m.s. They be crowded in there. So
nah, fam. We talking about 6:45. We 6:45 a.m. group. We the 7 a.m. club.
Yeah, I was going at 4 just to get it out the way for the day.
I used to do that because I knew a lot of people wouldn't be there.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that was the reason. What Mickey Mouse popcorn? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I left it at Grandpa's house. Okay, well, Grandpa will bring it on Saturday when he comes over. Oh Lord. Okay.
She's coming for your head.
Yeah, like because well, at HEB had the Christmas themed popcorn tin.
Yeah.
So I bought two. I bought one for work and one for home. I bought like the Mickey Mouse one for the house. I had one that was like Star Wars and joining Grogu for the work. We got a bunch of Star Wars fans in my office. Like, we get Star Wars themed popcorn. I was like, cool. And my toddler is at that stage in her life where she don't forget nothing. She will remind you every second of the day until it happens.
Either that or she'll remember 2-3 months down the line. Daddy, you remember?
No, she continues to remember, and it's like, okay, got it. So she's ruthless like that.
Yeah,
but and I've
been hold you accountable.
Well, speaking of accountability, I've been at war with my toddler for the last 3 weeks. I have been public enemy number fucking 1. Like, because I am the evil parent, because I don't buy the candy, I don't buy her things. Like, this is what she says. She tells this to complete strangers that she's like, my daddy doesn't buy me candy. And I was like, well, yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, I understand that. And it was oh, the birthday girl was trying to slide into the frame, but yeah.
Got that cold black background right there. So
I mean, yeah, and I was like, yeah, she's trying to do that thing. What was that when we was all younger? We seen that video. Dun, 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 dun. Yep. She's missing her broom. She's missing her mop stick.
Got that birthday girl activities going on.
Yeah. Yeah. So but yeah, we've been at war. So she even like she was being real violent with me. Like, she was very verbally abusive. I was like, I was like, it's okay. We're gonna put these gloves on real soon. Don't worry. Because then
you get evaded. You gotta get that practice in.
Oh yeah. When we start this Brazilian jiu-jitsu this year, we gonna glove up. We gonna roll. And I'm gonna hit it with that Ving Rhames. I'm saying, baby boy, yeah. Call for your mama.
Call for your mama.
That's how it's gonna be. Oh man. But while we're waiting on DJ Michael B to pull up, we're gonna kind of recap a little bit. So a very important question for you, Mr. Jen. This has nothing to do with gentleman's talk. It has everything to do with you. What would you say was your highlight moment of 2024?
So we took a family trip to Disney in Cali, and that was a fun trip. But at the same time, at the end of the year, like last week, like literally having all the kids, having my parents, my grandparents, my brothers, both my brothers, because one lives in Austin, one lives in Iowa, and it's all finally getting together because it's rare that it happens. So it was nice to have everybody really get together and enjoy that time. Really,
y'all just had a whole full house thing going on.
Kids running around, running amok. Got to meet my niece for the first time. So,
that's okay. That's what's up. Yeah. No, that's good.
What about you,
bro? I love that. I think my overall, like, my true highlight of 2024 was being able to take my family on trips. Like, once February hit of 2024, me and my wife had just celebrated our anniversary on Valentine's Day of 2024, and I was like, I started planning. I was like, nah, I said, we got to go on some trips. Like, we got to, I was like, I work a lot because of my full-time job, and I was like, we got to get some trips and stuff situated. So that's how we ended up going to Orlando, right after Barrel And then we ended up in Minnesota for my sister-in-law's wedding, which turned into basically 2 trips for us right out the rip. So
Yeah.
that was like my highlight. That was the first time I was able to take them to Universal Studios. We went to SeaWorld, did all that type of shit. And it was like, so we didn't get to do as much for the Universal side because the tickets for SeaWorld were free because of my other job, Ways for Heroes.
Yeah.
So I was able to get them tickets for the free 99. So that was dope.
Must be nice.
Hey, it is, but on the flip side though, my brother, I got one for you though. So because they do this thing every year, they do a preschool pass for the little ones. And it's a free pass where you can literally take your child until it's like year round from the day that you get it. And Outlaw had put me on. We got it in, I think it was June. It was like June or July when we got it, and it like expires like this month, like at the end of the month. And you can literally go to SeaWorld like anytime, throughout the year. And I was like, that's actually pretty dope.
Is it on the website?
Yeah. You just you can look up it's like SeaWorld preschool pass, and because you'll get a free pass for her, and obviously you as the parent you have to get a pass. But then it's like a little it's like a barcode on my phone. Just go up, scan it, boom, I'm in that thing.
NMO.
So
what's going on, Goat?
There he is.
Yeah, I'm here.
Somebody was having technical difficulties. That's
Happy New Year, everybody. I don't have my laptop because my laptop is still currently by my aunt's house where I DJed last night. So
what a turn up was happening. Okay.
Yeah, I got a little tablet here, and yeah. What's up, people?
Making it do what it do.
Yeah, man. Everybody over at my uncle's house right now, so I cannot get into the garage.
Yeah.
But we love technology because sometimes computers don't work, but then we got tablets, we got phones. Hell, I got my computer up now, but if this was shut down, I got the MacBook ready to go. The iPad is ready.
Yup.
The iPhone is ready. Got the wireless mic. Whatever we got to do, we're gonna make it happen.
Yep.
But now that you've joined the mix there, DJ Micah B, we was going around on the table here and we was just asking for you, not necessarily the Gentleman's Talk show related, but just for you personally, what would you say was your highlight of 2024 for yourself?
Oh, this was probably a lot easier than what most people think. My highlight for 2024, absolutely has to be Monday. It has to be Monday, as we were right there in front of Jey Uso, fucking live at Raw on Monday.
Yeah,
they told us not to go in yet, and we got to see Jey Uso front and center right in front of us. So yeah.
That literally leads into the absolute perfect segue, which is what me and Micah B got to do this past Sunday. So back in March, me and Cam, one of our other big WWE fans, we went to Raw when it was over at Toyota Center, and it was a great time, good card, everything about it was dope. Fast forward all the way to December 30th to be exact. Me and DJ Micah B pulled up Toyota Center, sitting in the clubhouse section, which was, first of all, surprise because at the time DJ Micah B didn't know we were sitting in the clubhouse side
at all.
So if you've ever been to the Toyota Center, essentially the clubhouse section is anywhere that's like the 107 to 109 section. Yeah. So that means you ain't got to go nowhere to go get your alcohol because the clubhouse is literally right behind you. You just walk in there, got the bar, got the rest, the little restaurants, get you some food, whatever, the bathrooms, like everything is literally right there. Phenomenal vantage point to the ring. Honestly, it's one of those, like, if you're not gonna sit in the front couple rows, that's probably the best place to sit because you're not too close, you're not too far, you're like, and it's like the view's perfect. You can see the entrance ramp perfectly, the ring, it feels extremely close. Like, I imagine sitting ringside is like the greatest thing ever, but being able to sit in the clubhouse section from the type of guy I am, like, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But what DJ Micah B is talking about is in relation to the shirt that I'm currently wearing, saying yeet. So we had just gotten to the show. We had just got our beers, we was ready to go, and we was going up to we had just got to the clubhouse, getting ready to go sit down, and we went on the left hand side of the 108. and then our seats were in the like dead center, but closer to the right hand side. So we're like, all right, fuck it, we'll leave and go to the other side and enter from the opposite side. So then we come out, and then there's a guy with a camera on the ground. We kind of just bought, but we thought he was just doing this technical shit. The show wasn't gonna start for like another like 4 or 5 minutes. So we figured they just doing their last, kind of like our show, doing their last little minute audio visual checks and shit like that. So we walk past him and we get ready to go into the curtain. And here comes this lady with a headset on. And she's like, wait. Y'all can't go in yet. We was like, show about to start. Yeah, and then but then like I guess like we just was oblivious to like what was happening, because like when we stopped and looked behind us, like there was like security guards that pulled up all of a sudden, and then there was like a bunch of fans, and I was like, oh snap, something must be happening. And then out of nowhere, here comes Mr. Main Event himself, Jey Uso. And I was like, wait a minute, we're the POV for what we see on TV all the time, because he does his entrance from like all over the arena
by the fans.
So by the fans is where has been starting here recently. So we got to literally see him there. Like he was talking himself up, hyping himself up. He was kind of going through his lines in his head a little bit and kind of saying them like not loud where we can hear him, but like you could tell he was kind of making sure everything flowed right. And pacing back and forth, getting his breathing, cameras watching. So I mean, we snapping pictures, we doing all the stuff. And then right on cue, that Uso hits, and it was hype backstage. Like it was so hype backstage. And then like where we were sitting there, we met some cool ass dudes that was sitting next to us who had actually hung out and met one of the Usos' other family members, Zilla Fatu. And he had even got pictures with him. And then Zilla was in Houston because he's getting ready to fight Booker T here coming up soon. And they was having an after party over at Fuego's. And they lucky because boy, if we didn't have responsibilities, we 100% would have pulled up to Fuego's, because I love Fuego's. I have frequented Fuego's, and we was not far from there. So it would have been an absolute hell of a night.
Mommy's hand is hurting.
Mommy's hand is hurting.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Gent, for real, man. It was dope, bro. It was really dope.
Yeah, when y'all texted me, I was at one of my friend's house. And he's a big wrestler fan too. So I was like, hey man, my homeboys just saw Jey Uso. And he like, what?
Yeah.
And he wanted to go take his dad to Raw and everything and stuff like that. So,
yeah, no, it was straight. It was absolutely, it was straight fire.
Happy New Year.
Yes, sir.
Oh, let me put it. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Happy New Year, and way to finish off the 2024 CJ by taking that big ass L in your fantasy league.
It was nice.
It was nice to win the fantasy championship in your league. So, I wasn't even gonna bring up the other one, but but all right, what up, Nick? But and of course in our gentlemen's league, we took that championship home as well. Me and DJ Mike B played in the finals. It literally came down to the last day. It was very, very close matchup. Very
mad down there, Mike.
Very, very stressful. It's because it's a long history of him taking L's to me in fantasy championships. So he say it's all good.
No, it ain't, nigga. You got your ass kicked. It ain't all good.
I gotta get my wins where I can, because the way my Patriots is set up, we need some help. But we got that number 1 draft pick right now, so I am not upset.
Yeah.
So we in a good spot for that. So
Raiders are stupid about that one.
They lied to me.
The Raiders and the Giants.
Look,
yeah.
They lied to me. They told me David Njoku was not going to play. And I put this nigga on the bench, and this nigga played. And all I had to do was play him, and I would have won.
Well, it was sick. I know you sick over there.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda, but you didn't. It was a rough year for fantasy as a whole. All right, I play in 8 leagues. I only won championships in 2.
Bro, so I was showing GQ this, right? I played, I think it's our Dynasty League, right?
Yeah, it was Dynasty.
I played in the first round. Dog, tell me why. I put up the second most fantasy points. Then the following week, I put up the most fantasy points. But because I put up the second most the first week, I lost in the first round. Nobody put up as many fantasy points as I did in the first round besides the person I lost to.
Well, in my big money league, for the first time I've ever seen in my life, the top 2 seeds did not make it to the championship. I finished 12-2, and it gave me everything as 7th overall out of 12 because I lost in the first round. And I was the number 1 overall seed. I lost in the first round. That was the most upsetting loss I had all year. I'm talking about the best draft I've ever had, best team, everything, and then it just they shit the bed in the first round.
I can't win from losing here. Like, nigga, I put up 185 points and lost to the person that put up 212. This nigga put up 212. The next week, when I'm in the 5th place game, I put up 225. Nobody got anywhere close.
Boy, fantasy is a fickle ass thing, ain't it?
The first week of this league, the very first week of this league this year, is exactly what the fuck happened. I was just like, yo, I put up the 2nd most points and I still lost. I don't give a damn, Moo. Kiss my ass.
he didn't win in the pod league. I mean, technically, he won a high draft pick, so I guess he kind of won.
Like, dog, like, bruh, like, this shit is crazy that in 3 of my leagues, I put up, in 2 of my leagues, I put up the 2nd most points and still lost.
Happy New Year, Doc.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Yeah, no,
I put the 2nd most points in 2 of my leagues and still lost in the first round.
Sorry, look, we got left is we got the NBA fantasy. That's all we got left right now.
I don't even keep up with that shit no more. I don't even understand. I don't even understand how the fuck that shit works. So,
well, I didn't showed you multiple times. It's easy. You're just picking games. It's no different. It's no different than football. You're picking games.
It's a lot different than football.
No, the only difference is one game versus the week.
In the pod league. Just you wait. Okay.
He said that for the first 2 years.
I'm away.
He been stockpiling top picks. But yeah, you're right. We are gonna see. We gonna see. But that's how that went down. So I kind of wish Outlaw was on there because we had a conversation we was gonna have, but it's okay. So we'll save that for another one. But now that we've kind of covered our 2024 things like for that, he said I'm gonna keep saying it.
That's true.
Hey,
you gotta do
it. Ain't never gonna be true, my dog. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, but he's optimistic. You gotta give him that.
Hey, you gotta be. You can do that in Dynasty. Dynasty is the only place where you can be optimistic like that because you have to be. Because it's like Dynasty's not a 1 year thing. Like it is a multi-year thing.
Yeah.
So you go build your rosters accordingly, based on what happened. But we've had some outstanding college football games. I say really, we only had one outstanding college football game. The other one was an absolute dog walk. Ohio State beat the ever-loving shit out of Oregon today, 41-21, and it was not that close. It wasn't that close. It was 34-7 at half. Texas and Arizona State, on the other hand, was an absolute hell of a game. I was at the gym when that game was going on. That game was insane.
Texas in overtime and double overtime.
Double overtime. That game was absolutely insane. I was on the edge of my seat. I had to pause my workout like 3 times because they were stressing me the fuck out. They should have won earlier, but they didn't.
Right.
And boy, and I was like, and I was texting one of my coaches, and I was like, bro, now that because as soon as the second overtime started, and they scored on like the first play. I was like, yeah, I said Texas defense got a chance to seal this game, and boy, that safety came through with that pick. I was like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we was talking about them frauds all year with Oregon, but and then of course, don't forget. Moolah, you talking about Oregon. You know who else was fraudulent last night? Alabama lost to Michigan.
Yeah.
Odds. But they were supposed to be in the college football playoff. Fuck out of here.
Fuck Alabama.
Miami lost. So Miami lost. So it was just, and Boise was going to lose. They put up a decent fight, but they were going to lose eventually. But of course, tonight we were supposed to have Notre Dame and Georgia play. And unfortunately, that game was postponed due to a serious incident that occurred in New Orleans, Louisiana last night that still has ongoing, not only investigations going on, but now is being deemed and called a terroristic act because the individual, the death toll just like a couple hours ago rose to 15. So
was it 15?
Yeah, 15. Yeah, it just I
heard 12 before.
Yeah, it's 15 literally just 2 hours ago. So I know we normally don't talk about the news like this, but this is literally a trending topic because it's absolutely currently like the most trending thing, because it's not just the fact of the vehicle went down to Bourbon Street, which for a fact, if you've been to Bourbon Street, if a car gets in there, you ain't got a lot of places you can escape as a person.
Not at all.
But then there's the aftermath of that the man had a weapon, and he also had got out and placed some explosives out there. So that by definition is a terrorist attack. For those who are not aware and don't understand how you get labeled and how it's labeled a terrorist attack, it is a complex attack that happens on multiple layers and multiple levels. He started with the vehicle, he had a weapon, and he had explosives. Terrorists operate in levels. They use the car to strike the fear. They use the explosives and the assault rifle or the weapon of choice to cause the mass casualty. That is typically how these types of things, in one of those particular orders, that's how a typical terror attack goes. I know that because of my full-time job. That used to be my thing, was to go find those wonderful people. So I understand it a little bit more than the average bear. So when I heard it and I was like, terrorist attack, I was like, ain't no way. And then I read the article and I was like, yep, it has all three tenets.
Yep.
So but luckily they did take care of it. They did take him out and popped him in the face. So he 100% is no longer here. He has been unalived. That's the word we're going to use for that. So now it's just, hoping that the death toll does not continue to rise.
I heard a couple hours ago they heard a bang that all the police had to respond to. With
that was one of the tentatively one of the explosives that was planted. Now we don't know the size. I imagine they were all homemade bombs, so there's no telling what the components were, the size, or anything of that nature. But anytime you hear a loud boom in a city, in an urban environment like that, it's a problem. So sounds like everything was contained for the most part. I hadn't heard anything new. I'm just going off of what I understand and what I was trained to do and understand. So hopefully they get this all sorted out. And our condolences go out to all those families, because that's just not people don't go to Bourbon Street expecting something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like not like that's like there, if you've been to New Orleans in general, there are things that typically happen. Fights break out, all that type of stuff like that. Like those are the normal things. It kind of comes with the territory, for lack of a better term. What you do not expect is exactly what happened yesterday. Somebody finding a way to drive a car on Bourbon Street when Bourbon Street ain't that big. Bourbon Street's smaller than 6th Street in Austin as far as like the width.
Width-wise,
So getting a car in there is already like, because like I remember when we went down there for Happy New Year to you, Greg. When we went down there for St. Patty's Day, and we was driving to park, and I was like, bro, there's like nowhere to drive these vehicles to. Like we was driving through alleyways and weaving, and I was like, yo, just to get a parking spot in the parking garage. So just imagining like, and then of course after a certain hour, they usually block off with a lot of barricades and stuff, like a lot of these places. So the timing, and then if you go back and look at the timestamps, they even show like he drove all the way from Texas to get to Louisiana. So that's the crazy.
They said it was a rental. They said it was a rental car too.
Yeah, they tracked it all. They tracked it all the way back here to Texas, and I'm like, so this man made a dedicated ass trip. Made a dedicated ass trip from every bit of 13 minutes from my house to New Orleans, Louisiana. That's crazy. So, like I said, our condolences go out to those, man. I hope our prayers go out to those families. That's an unfortunate thing.
Yeah.
That's never how we expect to end the year, or even to start the new year. Like that's not what you don't want
Yeah,
things of
that's
that
what
nature,
everything. That's what we saw when we first woke up this morning. Really,
Yeah, like literally, like,
everywhere.
that, or if you were awake when,
Yeah, when
things started
everything
breaking
was
down,
going on.
so, there's things like that.
Hey, by the way,
Yeah.
I know this is
Exactly.
random.
And Moolies know what I'm talking about. Like you normally can't. So it's like and especially on a holiday like that, I really would like to understand the route and path because
I
New
just
Year's
saw a
Eve,
video. I just saw a video
yeah.
where the where the burial was.
Uh-huh.
The truck was going on the street where
Oh, there's a
it's
video.
still open.
Okay.
Yeah, I just saw it
Okay.
on Baytown News or whatever.
So it had the
And the truck went in between.
was it the EMS entrance?
Yeah, or something like that.
Okay.
Let me see. I just saw like
because they
couple
usually
seconds ago.
they'll keep one open for emergency vehicles to get through. So I'm guessing that's probably how he got in. Because there's got to be a way for EMS and the police to get through. So if that's the one that sounds like that's the route he used.
He hopped the curb or like right there, that a little sliver, and he went and just floored it. So
damn, that's crazy.
That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. It's really like a tragic situation that somebody will do that. And the crazy thing is, like, Bourbon Street is not that wide, so
it's not. It's actually claustrophobic
really,
as hell.
Yeah, it's really small. So if you just drive down the middle of Bourbon Street, you're going to hit a lot of people.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of weight. There's not a lot of area to go left and right. Because then you basically got to, unless you go inside of a building, that's really the closest. Because even the sidewalks aren't very big.
Yeah.
Like, and it wouldn't matter if the sidewalks are big or not. It's the amount of people that are typically walking in the traffic. So there's really no room to do anything. Hell, riding a bike down there is a bad idea because you really ain't got nowhere to pedal.
Yeah, he went around a police car.
Okay, so he
the
did
police
go
car was sitting there.
Okay, he went past the EMS. He went past the EMS entrance. Then okay,
yeah,
because they do the same thing in Austin on 6th Street. When they close everything off, they leave one little area that's open for the emergency vehicles and the police to get in and out. So so he went in through the literal only entrance that was available at the time.
He ain't shit
at all.
Like
but oh yeah, so on a we did that. So on a lighter note, we'll talk about what we kind of came here to do, which mostly was we wanted to do a 2024 recap. And since I got DJ Mike will be here, I'm gonna start with you. So we talked about our highlight of 2024. What was your gentleman's talk highlight of 2024? What would you say was your signature highlight moment?
I think my signature. This is a little tough. I think my signature highlight was probably.
Yeah, Greg, you're 100% right. The desensitivity is definitely a real thing.
I think my biggest thing this year probably was It's a tough one. Come back to me. Go ahead, Rod.
All right. Your 2024 gentleman's talk highlight for years of the year.
I want to say us finally getting to meet together and have that show and do round 32.
So your first live on location.
Yeah, my first live on location was live. We had fun. That shit was funny. A good time, just drinking. I almost forgot about that one.
Oh, I didn't forget.
I almost forgot about that.
You know what? No, I think I agree with Rod here. I think the day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Because we all finally got to really get together, like everybody on here, obviously except Moo, but we all got to get together and just kick it for once.
Yeah.
You know, so that, and then having the panel and having everybody there and it just being live on location and having all these people, man, that was truly an absolutely great experience.
So I'm going to agree with you guys. I'll add another one, but I want to expand on that one because of course what the people saw was a bunch of people around a table doing around a 32. Like that's all you guys, that's all everybody saw. They did not see the couple of hours before that, the planning, the setting up of that table, getting the camera set up just right, running 2 cameras simultaneously, because we ran 2 cameras. A lot of people don't realize that we ran two cameras that day because I was trying to find the perfect way to get everybody in the frame. We had tripod set up, we had lights set up, we had a miniature studio set up in my dad's garage to put that together. And that's something that me and DJ Micah B had talked about for a while. Like we've done the live on location as an audio show, and it's super easy as an audio show. You ain't really gotta do nothing. Yeah. You just gotta set everything up and push play. It's easy. But when you do a live on location with cameras and microphones, the microphone part was probably the most critical part, because thankfully, and I'm gonna just to do it, like these are the most clutch microphones I've ever had. These newer, and everybody who's on TikTok has seen the newer CM28s. That's what these are. Okay. I have used these for a lot of different things. I use them for when I'm doing videos on TikTok and updating stories. I've used them for interview purposes, my full-time job. Those were the microphones that we used for the live on location show, because those microphones, once you hit the noise canceller, picks up all the noise. So I put that in the middle because nobody really had to hold it, because as long as everybody talked loud enough, everybody came in relatively clear. So it actually worked out really well. And of course, with Micah sitting next to me, when we did the show, we could just pass our mic back and forth because we were right there. But then having that other one clipped to the computer where everybody could just talk and be heard and be seen simultaneously, it made for us not having a professional studio, that made for a really, really fun episode. I learned a lot that day, and it gave me some ideas. And I think for a show like that, I think it 100% needs multiple cameras going on at the same time. Like I think it needs 3, and I think one of the cameras it needs is a above view, looking like, I think it needs an above view, and then it needs the two side views to really capture kind of everything. Yeah. I almost wish we would have had a gimbal style system that whenever they pick up somebody's voice, the camera kind of pans to them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because that would have made it the most ideal. But given what we had in that moment, we made it work. I think had we done it the way that me and Micah originally thought we were going to do it, which is with a soundboard and with microphones, I don't think the audio would have been as clear as it came in.
Yeah, it would have, because they didn't hear anything that was going on behind us at all. So
no, and that's what that was the whole point of it. That's how those microphones
with the microphones and stuff like that. I feel like it probably would have picked that up.
Well, that, and then if we had a lot of people there who probably aren't familiar with talking in microphones. So people would have been holding it all different types of ways. Some people would have been hella loud. Some people don't realize you don't have to talk very loud in these microphones to pick up. Even this one right here, this USB mic, I don't have to talk very loud for my sound to come in crispy clear.
Facts.
So when you have a bunch of people who don't know how to do that, all of a sudden, if we would have got a bunch of reverb, we'd have got a bunch of sharp. It would have came in really. It wouldn't have been what it was. But I think what it was for us and from the sidelines, because it was a one of a kind experience. Because none of the other shows that we have on the From the Sidelines channel have done a live on location. None of them, and we have successfully pulled off 2 already. And me and DJ Micah B pulled off the first live on location when we were at the NCAA Final Four at George R. Brown.
Oh man!
And we know that because that thing had over 1,200 hits on YouTube. So we know that the live on location, and we didn't, and all we did, we were just there at the fan expo, and it was fucking lit. Like it was such a good time. So the concept of live on location worked extremely well for a show like Gentleman's Talk. And so in 2025, now that's he pouring one of them damn box things in a cup or something.
Ain't no box over
What
there.
is you over there doing?
I hope he wasn't taking a piss. Oh, okay.
Okay. I got you.
This guy.
This motherfucking guy. I'll tell you what.
I lost my cup.
Hey,
Boy, I tell you what.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. So CJ, 100%, bro. You got to catch the next one. So to kind of go back to that, so another moment that I thoroughly enjoyed was the very first episode that we had the entire Infinity Gauntlet on the show together. When we had all 5 of us on the screen simultaneously for our first episode together, after I came back off of my hiatus, after everything that went on, and we had all 5 of us on the screen together. That was memorable for me because it helped me from a production and producer side see exactly what we can accomplish. And it further goes and showed me that we have only scratched the surface of what the hell we can do as a show. And that's what I loved about a show like that. And then the show we just did a couple weeks ago, we had 8 people on the panel.
Yep.
With a maximum of 9, by the way. We had 8. And that show seamlessly looked like the best produced show we've done. Nobody talked over anybody. Nobody ran over anybody. Everybody's clear and concise. Everybody's video was good. Audio was good. The dialect and conversation was absolutely phenomenal.
It was stupid good. It was.
And those TikToks that came out from that are still getting hits. So in 2025, there are 2 things that I personally want to see. So this will lead into my third question. Y'all follow up after that. The 2 things that I want to see Gentleman's Talk do in 2025. One is I want us to do more live on location shows. I think we can do it. Even if we set it up, we might have to go old school, DJ Micah B. Might have to set it up in the bar over here in the back cave.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
hey, these niggas don't know, dog. They don't know.
Listen, if we do it in the back cave, man, with the alcohol flowing, man, it could be
in the back cave.
It could be something. And the second thing that I want to do is I want us to put a lot more emphasis on interviews. I want to do a lot more interviews in 2025. So
you know what?
What happened?
Ish first live on location coming in 2025. I mess with it. You know, I just want to take the time to say one of my favorite highlights for the year. Going back to last year, and I think both of y'all would agree, was our Father's Day episode. I think our Father's Day episode was absolute fire, bro. I really do. And the reason I say that is because normally it was only me and GQ. But this year it wasn't only just me and GQ. It was me, GQ, Mr. Gent, Outlaw, Moo. Everybody pulled up. That episode I think was absolute fire. I do think that man, we got a lot of fire episodes coming, Mr. Gent, and I know you agree.
Definitely do.
We definitely got some stuff coming. My bad, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm not on my normal platform today, but
you good.
I think I do feel like we got some fire stuff coming, and we just want y'all to keep rocking with us. And we do have an interview next week. I got to get with Gent and Outlaw, but we got an interview coming next week, and we're going to have a lot more interviews this year. I really want to do it. I want to focus a lot more on interviews and a lot more on local heroes this year coming up. And I think you would. I think you would agree.
Yeah.
Trent, I think we do definitely need to focus a lot more on local talent this year coming up and local heroes. So, hey,
Hey, appreciate you, Mood. GT is a game changer from the side. Hey, we got Greg put this on there. Can you guys do a live remote at the social media awards show and concert February 8th?
oh, I'm down for it.
I mean,
I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing to do.
let's get with us here in a little bit. Let's talk some details offline.
Yep.
Let's learn something. Let's learn something and see if we can make something happen with that. Just so Greg, get with us here in the next 15 minutes or so when we wrap up, and let's talk about that.
That right there. Hey, by the way, if you're looking to buy a house and trying to get things done with your credit, Real Estate Twins, that's my partner right there. So
okay.
I definitely want to give a shout out to the Real Estate Twins for that one.
Okay, no, for sure, I liked it. But I heard what you were saying. It was about, especially with our interviews and having an interview next week with a local musician. I think that's great. And that means make sure you listening, Bars. I'm talking to you too.
Yeah,
we need to get you on the show too.
Nigga,
so we've been trying to get you on here. Yeah, you Jamali, we need to get you up on this thing too. You've been out there dibble dabbing, trying to drop music again too. Man, let's make some of these interviews happen, man. Like,
speaking of my boy Mace in your face, it's time for you to get up on here, bro. It's time.
For who?
Boy Mace in your face. Hey, he making waves.
Yeah, no, 100%. Jew Fresh, we got to bring you back, man. You've done a lot since the last interview. You just produced another track off of Zero's newest album. So you still out there making big moves. For those who don't recall or remember who Jew Fresh is, he is the man behind the theme song that Gentleman's Talk has, the one that blessed off and gave us the rights to use that song. So he's done a lot of work. For those who don't really know, he's done a lot of work for Zero. He's done work for the NBA. He's done work for NBA 2K. Like, he has done a lot that people don't really realize, because a lot of times when you work with producers, they're not front and center. Unless you read the credits, you have no idea that they were involved in a project. But he has been involved in a lot of projects, and I love the work that he continues to do. He wanted to grow his brand and his ability, so he actually moved from Texas to Atlanta for a while, and then he just moved back to Texas a couple months back, just because he wanted. And he's done some really great things, and I really want to bring him back on just to talk. And he's also one of the biggest Rocket fans outside of DJ Michael B that you'll ever encounter. Like, he is a big Rockets fan. When James Harden was with the Rockets, you couldn't tell that man nothing. He was the James Harden fan club president was Jew Fresh. No cap. Like, he was that guy. And Kobe is his GOAT.
Also wasn't delusional though.
Yeah, he wasn't delusional, but Kobe was also his GOAT. So he'll tell you that, till you blue in the face. Oh no.
What a fucking lie. But okay, go ahead. What a fucking lie that is.
So what we get from you, Mr. Jen, about 2025?
Shit, man, I'm just ready for some good fun time with the fellas. Really, I'm down with the interviews. I'm thinking my brothers will probably hop on there because one's a comedian, one's a rapper. Like,
oh, I love to interview a comedian. That's on my bucket. That's on my bucket list of interviews. I want to interview a comedian.
Okay, give me a minute. I'll get them. Okay. Gotcha.
And then for all the fans that's out there listening, man, like, listen, ladies, we are still looking for outstanding female talent to interview as well.
Facts.
Like, still, like, I'm telling you, we are that platform. We want to interview. If you are by definition what we like to call a local hero, local artist, you a local podcaster coming up in the game, and you just want to get on another platform just to collaborate. You've seen us do crossover shows already, so it's not like we're not opposed to building together, because the world of entertainment is a network, no matter how you look at it. Unfortunately, Hollywood is not the type of network I'm referring to, but when it comes to all of this, This is a network. The more of us that work and collaborate together and build platforms together, we can only build. And we have the ability here because we utilize StreamYard, and StreamYard has blessed us and given us a referral code to help people get started. We can do interviews to where you can not only stream to us, but you can stream to your own platform as well.
Facts.
So not only now your fans are watching our show and our fans are watching your show, which means we are crossing over our fan bases to generate for all shows involved, which means we are helping you build just like you're helping us build. So everything is about networking and collaborating here in 2025, man. So like, you know what I'm saying? And look, when it comes to these local artists, man, I don't care if you're a rapper, a singer, a rock and roll, you're a metal, you do metal music, gospel music. I don't care what you do, country music. Like, I don't care. We want to hear your story. We want you to tell the world your story, because you could be, to use a country reference, you could be the next Cody Johnson. A lot of people don't even realize Cody Johnson had been doing concerts in Beaumont, Texas for a long time before he finally blew up. And now Cody Johnson is one of the biggest country stars in the world. Local cat from Texas. Parker McCollum, local cat from the Woodlands. He's from the Woodlands.
Boy.
He's from Conroe. Like, local guy, one of the bigger country stars in Texas. Like, we don't care where you're from. Oh, hold on, my man Lawrence. What's the deal, baby?
DJ, what's up, baby?
We graduated high school together, man. It's my dog, man. But somebody's upset. She's just, toddlers. They have their moments.
Well,
okay, I'm gonna go off milk for a second while he's been quiet.
Oh.
But no, I'm probably gonna try to get my segment up. Here, go ahead, go play. Bye. Probably trying to get my segment to y'all and everything like that. Probably with this month. So
okay. So, yeah, just let me know so I can start. So I can get some work done in the background on Canva and get everything kind of spun up.
So yeah, man, looking forward for this year, man. It's about to be a crazy one. I know Cat Williams about to get back on Shay Shay, so that's about to
Of course, again, this show would not be the show without Jew Fresh and the song "In My Zone." So
100%.
Definitely shout out to him for that. But hey, and everything is
Shit,
live.
In My Zone,
welcome to 2025.
Shit, In My Zone, the Curry slide that we use for the crossover for DJ Micah B.
Yep, that's all Jew. That's all Jew Fresh.
Like, and that's the thing too. Like, when it comes to like our local artists, man, if you got a track, man, and that thing hot, man, and you want us to use that for a segment, man, just bless us off with the rights, and we'll find a segment and we'll plug that thing in, man. All I'm gonna do is go on YouTube, convert the video to an MP3, and I'm gonna use it, and I'm gonna use the fuck out of it too. I'll tell you that right now. I'm going to use it. just you can't have the intro, because the intro is already locked in. That belongs to you. But as far as our segments go, I got no problem remixing a segment and changing a song. Like, I really don't. Like, I'm all for it, because we all out here just trying to grind, man. And so at the end of the day, it's all about growth. All right. And I said this in my Facebook post because, and Michael missed this part of the show, and me and Jen was talking about it, and it actually ties into his headline pretty perfectly. He don't do resolutions, and I don't really either. Of course, when we were younger, because that was the thing to do, we all did it. But as you get older and actually understand life, you don't do it as much. Yes, baby. Okay, baby. I'll grab him in just a moment. And of course the fellas know this, and I'm a big anti new year, new me type of guy. So I put on there, I said 2025 for me is a lot more of the same. All right. It is a lot more of just growth, getting better each day, continued success, and getting 1% better each day. Like, I do not believe you have to wait until the quote unquote new year to start doing something better for yourself. You can start whenever the fuck you want. You just got to do what these kids say nowadays. You got to lock the fuck in. That's it. You got to lock in. And if you don't lock in, you're going to have a whole bunch of excuses or blame on somebody else as to why you're not here or you're not there. Oh, I'm not making this kind of money because it is. Well, what the fuck are you doing to better yourself? that's the real question. What are you doing? Because if you're blaming other people, you're not doing anything for yourself. You're buying what you're doing is giving yourself a cop out. That's what the fuck you're doing. Oh, I'm not making enough money. So what do you need to do to change that situation? Do you need to go back to school and get another certification? Do you need to finish your degree? Like, do you need to change jobs altogether? Like, change isn't easy. And sometimes it's necessary, though. You might want to make more money, but guess what? That means you're going to have to go out there and take a gamble. You might have to go work somewhere you really don't want to work. But if money is all you care about, you're going to suck it up. You're going to drive on and you're going to make that bread. You know, that's just what it is. Like, but at the same time, let's flip this on its head here. Don't be out here, talking that talk if you're not one of them that puts the work in. Like, you're not finna get out here and say, oh, I want to make $25, $26, $27 an hour and you a shit of a worker. Like, they don't just hand them jobs out like hotcakes. That ain't how that shit go. Like, if you making that kind of bread, you out here working. Or you have a skill, you have an actual skill that we need. Like, and kudos to all my medical personnel out there that's out here being nurses and all the stuff like that that's making that kind of bread. Yeah, but you know how many hours these nurses put in to make that money? These nurses over here working 100 hours a week sometimes because it get crazy in these streets. Like, some of these local police officers, like in Baytown, making $65,000 a year, but the amount of hours and the amount of risks they got to go through to make that kind of bread. Like, if you want to get out there and do something, you got to get out there and do something for you. You got to stop looking for somebody to give it to you. Like, I don't like excuses personally. We all had them. Like, we all grew up with excuses. It's a natural human thing to have an excuse. It is. But there is also a thing called continued growth and change. You eventually figure out, you know what? These excuses ain't getting me nowhere. Blaming somebody else ain't getting me nowhere. So I chose one of the most difficult jobs in America, and it's being a recruiter. It's a very difficult job. My job is to talk to high school kids, sometimes the grown adults, and talk to them about securing their future and changing their life in a world full of excuses. That is my full-time job. And my first year was arguably one of the most difficult years of my entire life as somebody who works, because I didn't understand the job. I didn't get, kind of like how we talk about boxing, I didn't understand the sweet science of being a paid conversationalist. And it's not a conversationalist in a way that steers people wrong. It's not that. It's just knowing what you know, but conveying it in a way that actually makes sense, that actually benefits. Because we all out here, we're not sellers, we're buyers. But you can't buy something if you're not interested in it. But you also can't sell something if you don't believe in what you're putting out there. If you don't believe in what you're doing, nobody's going to buy from you. You're going to be broke. So you have to, figure it out. And then after my first year, I was like, you know what? I got to come up with something in my head. And I said, all right. I said, only solutions, no excuses. That's what I came up with for myself. So there are no more excuses. If it's not working, then it means I need to go do some self-reflection. I need to take a step back. I need to refocus, replan, and I need to attack again. But what you can't do is not relentlessly attack what it is you're trying to do to be better. Like, you have to do it. There's a book, as an audio book I read, literally, it was called Relentless. It was a great book. It's one of the best books I ever read in my entire life. And it literally teaches you about being that. And it's not being relentless as like, I have to continually apply pressure on you. It's me putting pressure on myself to be great. You can't just wake up and be great. You have to go out there and grab greatness.
Okay.
You have to.
Wait. You can't wake up and be great.
That's what I said.
I can wake up and be great every day, and I want y'all to know I'm the code for that. What's going on? That's why he started laughing at me and I said it. I wake up every day, and I'm the motherfucking goat.
Okay.
But you had to work to get there.
But since we there, though.
Hey, he knew. That's why he started laughing. The minute I raised my hand, like, wait a minute, hold on.
He did.
I wake up and I'm the GOAT. Let's make that clear real quick.
Fuck it. But since we there, since he went there, DJ Micah B, you want to drop us your final thoughts on this Fast and Furious Gentlemen's Talk Wednesday?
Look, I'm happy to be here. I am. I can't wait to see what the new year brings. For everybody out there striving to be better this year and for your New Year resolutions and things like that, I wish all of you all the success, whatever it is, whatever you want to do. Set your goal and accomplish it. Other than that, I'm out.
What you got, Gent?
Hey man, another great show to start off this new year, man. This is gonna be a great one. It's gonna be a wild one. It's already start, my advice for y'all out here, don't dwell on something you can't change. Don't let it, mess up your whole day if you can't change it. Just do what you can change. Live life till you feel it to your fullest, because you don't know how much time you have left on this earth. So just do what you want to do, man.
So I'm talking about. Yeah. 2025, I expect nothing short of greatness. You don't continue to get 1% better every day to not eventually achieve greatness. And that's just the way I feel. So this show collectively has been getting 1% better each and every episode. So I see no reason why the greatness and the things that we will achieve in this show are going to happen sooner rather than later. Same with our own personal lives. I talk to you guys on the regular. You guys all have a lot going on, a lot of projects, a lot of ventures, a lot of things going on. And these things are going to be achieved. All right. Outlaw's got some things in the works that are going to come to fruition as well. So these things are going to happen because the work continues to be put in. My other final thoughts, I just want to put it out there again. Just wanted to say happy birthday to my wife again. She is 38 years young again.
Happy birthday.
So she is a beautiful 38 years old. So we love that. Continue to wish her many, many, many more years of greatness and happiness. She is on her own journey as well, and she is going to achieve greatness in 2025 as well. So I see nothing short of that. I'm sorry. The only thing that will not achieve greatness in 2025 is these fuck ass Jets that CJ put on there. They will not achieve greatness. They're about to lose their best receiver because Gary Wilson gonna request a trade. Oh, sorry.
The Texans.
The Jets really just irked the hell out of me. I'm sorry. Part of being a Patriots fan, but
quick switch.
Real quick, but going to Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I don't care what you got. You really ain't shit for that.
I can't help it.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm not wrong.
No, nobody said you're wrong. We just said you ain't shit.
I'm cool with that. But we appreciate all of our fans. Can't wait to see the new fans that come into the mix, because I know y'all are coming. Y'all have been slowly but surely finding y'all way into the chat. We see a couple of new faces every now and again, and it's great to see. That just means that we're out there somewhere. Somehow, some way, we are hitting your algorithm, whether it's from TikTok, on YouTube Shorts, somewhere else, somehow, some way, you are seeing these bright and shining faces on your algorithm. So we appreciate TikTok for doing that for us. The Gentlemen's Talk TikTok page is growing very well, so we appreciate that. And as per usual, we love you guys and we appreciate y'all, and we are
motivation in you and inspire the world to do what you can. If you love it, then fuck it, get through it. Mumble mentality.